This is the 9th film in the Rocky franchise, and this is the 3rd film in the Creed franchise. Wow. Holy Lord. This Creed trilogy has been a banger. What is going on, fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponto channel, here to bring you guys another brand new movie review. If you guys are new here today, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. But today, you guys, here we are, one of my most anticipated movies of the year. We're finally talking about Creed 3. This movie once again stars Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, and this is his directorial debut, oddly enough, which is great. And also features the return of Tessa Thompson, and bringing in Jonathan Majors. Man, here we go. This movie once again follows Adonis Creed, played by Michael B. Jordan, and he has been thriving in both his career and family life. But when a childhood friend and a former boxing prodigy, played by Jonathan Majors, resurfaces, the face-off is more than just a fight, it's personal. So I saw this film last night at the time of recording with a packed theater, and I gotta say, with Creed 3, even though I love the first two Creed movies, especially the first one, which is one of the best legacy movies ever made, and some people will argue that it's the best, but I'm going to argue that Top Gun Maverick is the best one. For me personally, man, I love Creed. I rewatched those two films in the build-up for this, and I still love them. But this might come off as a pretty big hot take for some people, but I think Creed 3 is actually the best of the trilogy. I said it. I loved Creed 3, and the biggest part of that really has to go with this film's writing, because this film does touch upon some family drama elements going on with Adonis's life, with his wife, once again played by Tessa Thompson, excellently, and his daughter, who is going to a school for deaf people, because apparently there's a lot of sign language that's thrown in there. And it really does work for the film's benefits for me. A very beautiful father and daughter dynamic. It really works for this film's benefit. I love that about this movie. I love a lot of father-daughter dynamics. It's kind of what, it kind of hits me differently. I mean, I never grew up with a sister or anything like that, but sometimes when it comes to a family dynamic, when it comes to like mother and daughter, father and son, mother and son, it hits me. It kind of tugs on my heartstrings depending on how it's executed. And I love that with this movie. The best thing I can really say about this movie is the directing from Michael B. Jordan. The directing is on top of the game, dude. And I love that he said in interviews that he was inspired by anime. And when you watch this movie, especially during the final boxing match, you can tell that he was really inspired by anime that he watched growing up as a kid. And it really does play into a factor in this movie, and it's beautiful. And the cinematography, he got the same cinematography from the first two movies, if I'm not mistaken. I know somebody's going to correct me down below, but I loved the cinematography for this. And let's talk about Michael B. Jordan. This dude has not disappointed me with his performances at all. Even if the film might not be as good as it could have been, like, example with Black Panther. I'm not a big fan of that movie. Even though he was easily the best part of that movie as Killmonger, like, Michael B. Jordan does not disappoint. He was amazing in Creed. I loved him in Fruitvale Station. And whatever the movie this dude is in as a starring vehicle, I am there. He really does not disappoint with his performances. Like, he has a lot of charisma to him, and you feel for him when it comes to these movies. He's so easy to get behind. And even with the family drama that goes on in this movie, it really does help you get behind him and understand, like, why he feels the way he does. Tessa Thompson, as I said before, was magnificent in this movie, as she was in the first two movies. She is a really underrated talent that nobody really gives enough credit to. And she's definitely another one of those stars on the rise that you really need to watch out for. And hopefully one of these days she will appear in an Oscar-nominated movie. Like, that's one of my hopes right there. And all the other performances as well were also fantastic. But let me address the show stealer in the room here. My guy, Jonathan Majors, as Dame. This guy was absolutely intimidating. like, he's a very nice guy when you first meet him. He's a very, he has a lot of charisma to him. But as, like, the pages unfold, you really start to feel uncomfortable at certain moments, like when you see him on screen, because he really wants to make a name for himself, like, as a title champion, because Adonis already did. Like, in the past couple movies, it really does work. And I love that. Like, and it may seem like a really generic type of story, like for someone that has a friend and then wants to make a name for themselves because their friend already did. But this film is handled in such a unique way where it doesn't feel like a copy and paste of those types of movies. And again, it's a very unique and different type of film in the franchise. And this is the first one without Rocky himself. And I was a little bit nervous going in. I didn't know exactly how they were going to be able to carry on this franchise without Rocky. Because, like, that's not really what made the Creed films stand well by themselves. It's, like, I was just nervous going in because this is the first one without Rocky. They didn't really explain why Rocky was not in this one. Even though Sylvester Stallone was behind the producing team for this movie, I am so happy they were able to carry on this franchise without Rocky Balboa himself. And it really works to this film's favors, in my opinion. The directing is fantastic. The editing is great. I love the fight sequences. The acting all across the board is fantastic. And the themes of letting go, facing your past, and forgiveness really hit me hard. Like, seriously, that stuff really hits me to my core. Like, depending on execution, because usually execution is key. Like, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it really does hit me hard. Because again, it kind of reminds me of my own personal life. I'm not going to get into that, of course. But it really helps for this film's favor. I love that about it. And I cannot really think of one single issue that I have towards Creed 3. This, in my opinion, is the second best film in the Rocky franchise. Yes, I do prefer this film over the first two Creed movies. And I do think this is the best film of the year so far. I know Missing was my favorite for a while, but this is easily the best movie of the year so far because of the impact this film hit. And very emotional and excellent boxing matches. I adored this movie to no end. So please go see this film in theaters this weekend, you guys. I promise you will not regret it. I am absolutely giving Creed 3 a 5 out of 5. So if Michael B. Jordan gets any more future projects as a director down the line, I will welcome him, because this movie was beautifully directed and it was just so well shot. I loved pretty much every minute of this movie. But of course, this is my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of Creed 3. Is this your favorite of the Rocky franchise? Is this your favorite Creed movie? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. If you are a new viewer here today, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. And this is only the beginning to a stacked month in March, because what else we got? We got Scream 6, we got 65, we got Shazam 2, John Wick 4, Dungeons & Dragons, Champions. A lot to look forward to, you guys, in this coming month. And I'm still going to be finishing up my Phantasm series. And I will announce the next review series I got coming up. Once again, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.